Hi, my name is KT, and this is Simple Living with KT, the place where we talk about the issues facing our lives in a simple and mindful way. Today, we're talking about the hard truths as we become a nation of renters. I think it's necessary to start this video with a disclaimer. Many of the factors that would make housing affordability better for many Americans need to come from changes on a systemic level by changing policy. I'm not focusing on policy in this video because honestly, that is generally not the focus on my channel. The hard truths that I'm talking about are individual actions that are overlooked or placed to the side, and actions that we can take to overcome some, not all, of the system failures. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the list. First of all, debt is a big factor. When I was getting out of debt, working with my husband to pay off our student loans, I became allergic to debt. I'm not anti-debt or anti-credit cards, but I have rules for when I would choose to leverage those tools, especially if I'm going to be paying interest. For example, I plan on taking on a lot of debt for a home purchase. On the other side of the coin, I wouldn't even entertain using credit cards for gifts or as my emergency funds if I wasn't able to pay that off in full by the due date. I mention this because the very existence of Henry's or high income earners not rich yet would be an example that not many people think that way. Student loans, revolving credit card balances, car payments are all common monthly debt payments that everyday Americans have. And each one of those debts can limit what you're able to borrow for a mortgage loan. Let's go into this example. If household income is around $60,000 a year, that's about $5,000 a month. Let's not even talk about taxes right now to make this as easy as possible. Continuing on with $5,000 a month as the income, you need to subtract those debts. So $250 for a car note, $400 for a student loan payment, and let's say $150 for the minimum credit card payment. And that would leave you with $4,200 a month for all your other expenses like insurance, food, clothing, and etc. After those costs, you may be down to $3,200 a month. Then you have to pay for shelter and the utilities that come along with it. In Albuquerque, I'm seeing estimates of $1,000 a month for the average rent for a 1-1. That's not what I pay, but then again, I chose to live in a 2-2 in a building with some bells and whistles, but I digress. That brings your leftover income to about $2,200, and that's still without utilities. And let's be conservative there, and let's just say $400 for everything. And that means $1,800 a month left for things like saving for a house, vacation, getting Starbucks, and in general, living that YOLO lifestyle. If you did none of those things, you could be ready to put 3.5% down on a $275,000 house, which is the average here in Albuquerque, in about 5.5 months. But let's say you wanted to strive for the 20% to get rid of PMI. That would take you almost 3 full years. Should it be a quick process to save up for the largest purchase that many of us will make in our life? In my opinion, no, I don't. However, it should be reasonable that we can still live our lives and be fulfilled while we save. And that's the balance that I talk about on my channel. Debt steals that balance, and many times it's not until it's really bad that we realize how bad it is and how it's affecting many aspects of our lives. In this example, I estimated about $800 in debt payments. And some of you may be thinking $800, but it was only a couple hundred for the car and a couple hundred for student loans, but it all adds up. And on that note, let's move on to the next part, and it's that saving for a house does not happen overnight, or many times in just a few months. If you're one of the people that have plans for your paycheck that don't include saving, it takes time to get into the habit and change your mindset to get behind the behavior of managing your money in a different way. And notice they say in a different way, not the right way or the only way to manage your money. There are different goals and different ways of lifestyles that we'd like to do that are different from one person to another. And so your way of getting to what you want, like home ownership, might be very different. However, this is not the time to get discouraged if you notice that you're only able to start saving just a couple $100s each month instead of the thousands that you're seeing other people making online. And let's move on to taking advice from salespeople with a grain of salt. I think society takes people doing what is right, even when they can get away with doing what is wrong. And I say that because as I've been getting more educated about home purchases and talking with professionals in the industry, the more my eyes open to how swayed the information we share online and between friends. And these things we share are the slogans of salespeople. Tell me if some of these phrases that we pass on as financial advice sound familiar, and I'm going to dissect them along the way. The first one is you're throwing money away on renting. Sometimes this happens literally speaking to a sales agent for a new house or a realtor. And one translation is buy this house for the same price that you're paying for rent. And guess what? If your rent price was unaffordable, having a home price for the same monthly price is also going to be unaffordable. That's literally how people become house poor. And tell me if this sounds familiar. FHA is a great option for a lower down payment regardless of credit. I'm not knocking FHA loans and the value they provide to a bulk of homeowners. However, I remember speaking to someone and it felt like they were pushing me in the direction of FHA to be the main and only option. They pushed me so hard that I had to Google how much lenders receive in monetary compensation for writing FHA loans to see if they get paid more. And guess what? They do. On their end, generally FHA loans have more paperwork involved, which may relate to the higher rate that they're getting paid for them. And that's not to say just because they get compensated more that these are not a good loan alternative. There are still many benefits that may attract you to an FHA loan, like the loan down payment, the looser credit requirements, higher debt to income ratio that's allowed, and that's just to name a few. If I didn't specifically ask for a quote for a conventional loan, yes, with a higher down payment of 5% instead of the 3.5%, I would not have learned that the conventional loan mortgage, even with paying a mortgage insurance, would be about $300 less per month. It's possibly an extra $300 that can push people out of the home they thought would be their forever home, turning them back into renters. It takes information and sometimes persistence to ask the right questions. Walking into a sales office and asking questions without doing your own research before walking in is not a good option. Remember 2008, tons of homeowners, that's families, being sold a dream and they ended up holding the bag of nightmares when the housing market crashed. And moving on, you need to find ways to make more money. And a little asterisk here, invest some of it. I don't talk a lot about ways to make more money on my channel because honestly, I'm not some side hustle guru, but the days of thinking your full-time job is going to be all you need are over. The word manager in your title doesn't even mean that you might be making $50,000 a year or that you'll be able to qualify for a home purchase on your own. The worst part is that businesses are banking on the idea that households need two incomes, so they don't need to pay one person $70,000 a year when they can get two employees for the low price of $35,000. I wish I clipped it, but I was watching an interview with a woman who is the head of an HR who basically admitted that was part of their hiring strategy. And that's what we're facing moving into the future. And making more money does not have to mean working all hours of the day. It may mean a part-time job, 1 or 2 days a week for a year for you to get a better grounding. It might mean sacrificing your weekends to take a class that you can eventually get a higher earning job. It can also mean selling those goods and services that you've been mulling around in your head. Also, unpopular opinion for me is that paying off your debt is also a great way to get access to more money every month. When the money from your bank account can stay in your account for you to enjoy instead of paying for things you've already done or no longer have, you will feel like you got a raise. The time is now. I also believe that good people who start making more money, if they still have the fervor and desire to change the system, will be able to do more to further those policy changes I mentioned in the beginning of this video, with the time and money that they have being new resources that are available to them. And with everything I've talked about, being intentional is more important than ever. Throughout the examples in this video, I hope you saw the intentionality behind what I spoke about. Social media may make it seem like everyone's rags to riches story was overnight, but that is rarely the case. When I'm a homeowner, because I do believe I will become a homeowner and break free from this expensive rent, I'll go ahead and share with you what it took, but I can already tell you that a big part of it started 2 years ago when my husband and I paid off our debt. Then we focused on increasing our income. Then we got educated about the home owning process. All of that is intentional. All of that took work. All of that you can do in a way that fits your own life and goals. So in closing, that's what I wanted to share today. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a bit deeper than some of my other videos, but it's been on my mind and I think I enjoy making these types of videos, and I hope you enjoy watching as well. And if you like this video, go ahead and like it and subscribe to my channel, because I'm definitely going to be making more videos like this. You should check out my free 5-day Mind and Money series in the description below. It's a series of posts and videos that will be delivered to your email daily to help you get your mindset in line with your money goals. Whether that be saving up for a big purchase like a house, or paying off your debt, getting your mindset fueled up to reach those goals will be a game changer. Thank you again for watching, and as always, remember to make the decisions that support the life you want. Bye for now.